You know, there are not many stories I cover on this channel where I just straight up say it. Some people out there are straight up losers. Now, I'm not exactly the key guy you think of when you think of the opposite of a loser, so like a winner or a cool guy, but there are people out there that are really big losers. As you guys can tell by the title, people out there, as we are well aware, like spending money on video games, especially now mobile apps with the rise of their viewership, their player base, and the microtransactions across all games out there, which a lot of governments are now cracking down on for good reason when we have stories like this one. Yes, a man out there has now spent a whopping sum equivalent to 150,000 US dollars on a single mobile game, that being a Transformers game. Before that, though, we've had lead-up stories to this. It was actually a while back we talked about a Runescape player who apparently had spent $90,000 on the Squeal of Fortune. If you guys do not know me and my background, I actually started out playing Runescape, one of my favorite games back in the day, and around the time they made the transition of EOC, eventually RuneScape 2 and 3 did come out, and that game, RuneScape 3, actually fell off and died because of this feature, that being the Squeal of Fortune. One of the, and probably in all time of RuneScape, the biggest microtransaction sucker and the biggest pay-to-win feature ever in RuneScape was released, obviously on screen for all of you guys. This man spent $90,000, and of course he probably got a lot of bonus XP if you guys are RuneScape players. Pretty much pay-to-win features across many games out there. This was pretty egregious. Alongside that, it was actually a few weeks back, I was listening to an MMOs podcast as well. They were talking about the rise of mobile games, very relevant to the story we're talking about today, where one player playing a Vikings mobile game spent $10,000, and we thought that was big. I thought that was astonishing.
They're getting more profitable because of microtransactions. We see it firsthand on MMOs.com with like we profit off of like revenue share we make with some of these browser game companies. We said it before. If you look on MMOs.com, we get 50% of the revenue share with that Vikings game. Okay, let me look you once again the most profitable game on MMOs.com. We have made more money from this bullshit game than we made off of our like 3-week launch deal with Black Desert Online, where they spent like $7,000 for like advertising on MMOs.com. And we can see players that sign up from our link, they spend thousands of dollars. We get half of that. One guy spent $10,000. One guy.
And now we got one guy. A loser. Okay, I'm not going to take it back either. Can you imagine having enough money? I hope he's rich. I hope to God it's not his last dollar. He sold his house and can't feed his kids and his dog because of this. $150,000 on one single mobile game shows the future of what mobile games and how bad those microtransactions can really get, because developers realize, hey, if we make addicting microtransactions, people out there are going to spend big money. This is the largest, we do believe, as of right now, reported amount that a single player has ever spent on a mobile game in gaming history, and that's probably not a record you do want. The only other project out there I can actually think of, or person out there I can think even around this number, is that of Stacks. If you guys do not know Stack, he's actually now the current record holder, I still do believe, #1 on Steam profile levels, currently 4,658, I do believe is his level. Yeah, it was actually a couple years ago, he reportedly broke the $100,000 mark. A year later, he broke the $220,000 mark. Then it was actually a few months after that, he broke the $400,000 mark. As of right now, with his level breaking 4,500, it's supposedly possible he could be slowly approaching the $1 million mark of money spent to acquire Steam levels for his profile. Guys, what kind of stories am I bringing all of you? We got a Vikings mobile player, we got a RuneScape player, we got a Transformers mobile player, and Stack now amongst the biggest spenders in gaming history. Some to acquire in-game items, some for pay-to-win features, other like Squeal of Fortune, and others just like their Steam profile being the highest level possible. I will continue to break down probably some more relevant esports and gaming news stories later today, guys, but I wanted to open up this morning on just a crazy story of people out there who just have ridiculous sums of money. And if you guys are one of those people, my DMs are always open. I do a lot of things for money out there. This is a weird outro. I'll end the video on a question for all of you guys. What is the most you've ever spent inside a single game? Whether a mobile game, a regular video game out there, what is the most you ever spent inside a single game? Mine is certainly CSGO, with a couple hundred or more dollars going into that game, but certainly not $150,000. Until next time, I hope you guys all enjoy breaking down esports and gaming news here every single day. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon. Until then, don't spend money, save it. All right, I'll see you guys.